with our opening prayer. O Great Spirit, Father Sky, Mother Earth, the winds, the waters, my Father, my Mother, Atanaha, all that is. We thank you for our lives and we thank you for these good people. We thank you for all that we are and all that we are to become. We dedicate our time spent together and our relationships with one another to you. We ask that our suffering be ended and our pain be lifted to the love and to the peace that lay beyond. Aho, Amen, Namaste. Okay, so first question is from Bruna. She's saying, hi, Skylar. Good to see you again. Can you give me a reading? I would like to see if everything is okay with my throat. A medium saw some things a few months ago and I wanted to see if it's healed. So when I'm tuning into you, I was going to go for the cards, but then I got pulled back by my angels and guides. So I'm just going to tune in straight into your throat. So I can, like, your angels are showing me that there's some work done, but they're showing me that there's more to do. There's like there's the question they're asking you is, are you playing it shallow or are you playing it deep? The law of truth is what works through the throat chakra, and the truth is a rainbow. And there is, it's really about finding your voice, and not just your voice as an adult, but really like voicing your inner child, voicing archetypes or inner parents. It's really about being able to speak, but speak from who you are instead of speaking from your trauma or speaking from your past or speaking from who you would like to be or from like a teaching perspective. It's really about having a chance to really develop self-knowledge and self-awareness. So I'm going to call in Archangel Zadkiel is coming in super strong for you through an instant healing on your throat chakra. So I want you to imagine this beautiful white light just pulling out all the anger, all the times you've been silenced, all the places where you're afraid of knowing the truth or speaking the truth or being the truth, and all the places where you're allowing people to change your truth because you want to please or you want to control or you want to be sure that you're safe. And just allowing your throat chakra to be calibrated to being allowed to be who you are, to knowing how to speak the truth and when to speak the truth and that it's possible to speak the truth. I'm seeing like a big tear down one of the sides of your chakra. So I'm going to ask Archangel Raphael to come in and sew up that tear and to do a complete repair on the throat chakra. Anybody listening, just say yes if you want that as well. Okay, that's looking good. I'm going to move on to the next person. And off we go. Okay. Aisha saying, hi, Sky. Thank you so much for the reading yesterday. You're welcome, darling. It challenged me in a good way. I think my divine right action is starting to work, but my freeze energy is because I believe that getting a job equals unfulfillment, unhappiness, imprisonment, and basic money. Any insights? I think you've got the core wound, right? And I may not be the right person to ask about this because when it comes to jobs, right? Job where I'm at in my career stands for just above broke. And I remember when Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I can't remember his name right now, taught me that for the first time, which is why I run my own companies, which is why I became an entrepreneur, right? So you're not wrong about having a job, but you need to shift your perspective to you don't work for another person, you work for God. And your standards should be high for any work that you do or you work that you submit, because you are not working for them, you're working for God. So if you were going to submit that assignment to God, right, then that assignment should be done to the highest standards possible, period. People forget that there are no other people. All of us are manifestations of the divine. And when it comes to like your mission or your divine assignment, that doesn't feel like work. because you are doing what you love. And that's why God gives us the gifts before we're born, right? People that have the gift of music don't feel like practicing is work. They love it. I could do angel readings all day long because my one of my divine gifts is channeling. I can do healings, back-to-back healings all day long. When I do like big events like the Glastonbury Symposium or Mind Body Spirit Festival, or when I'm running a retreat, I often stand there and see more than like 50 people, 100 people. And I've not just got the energetic stamina, but it's a joy to witness those healings and do those healings. So our gifts are inside of us, and it brings us joy to practice them. It brings us joy to manifest them. It doesn't feel like work until after. So it's a lot like after you've been to the gym and you're tired, but it feels like a healthy kind of tired, not like a drained, exhausted, I can't keep this up kind of tired. It's like I've given everything I can to this moment, to my divine life purpose, and now I have to rest, receive, recuperate, and soon I'll be ready, right, for the next round. And there's a looking forward to it and a joy in it. But that's what you need to shift from, the idea that you're working for a person to that you're working for God, and the idea that when you're in your gift, you're doing what you love. God doesn't ask you to do things that aren't for your highest and best good. I hope that helps, my darling. I'm going to send in the angels of abundance to help you with this too. Okay, I'm doing really good with the tech today. Look at me go. Okay. Okay, so Maria is saying, hi Sky, can you please scan the skin of my right eyelid, please? I have a rash for a while. Thank you so much. So right side is masculine side, right? And it's like the rashes are anger, and skin is around how people see you, right? So this is anger at how men in your life have seen you, how they've perceived you, potentially how they've underestimated you or sexualized you, and an inability to express, maybe even to know that that is causing fear on a deep level. When something, it's particularly rashes on the eyes, right? It's like a refusal to see what's going on for you, a refusal to see the truth, very often from the belief they shouldn't matter as much as it does. They should be healed by now. They should already be sorted. And then this stops us from being in acceptance and in presence to what is. So whenever you come towards healing anything inside the body, you want to move into acceptance and presence with what is there, as opposed to getting into your head as to where you should be on your spiritual journey, what you should and shouldn't feel. You want to come from this place of what's actually happening, and being present to that, and then taking that into the heart of God for resolution, right? I'm going to call on Archangel Raphael and ask him to pull the anger out of your eye, and to pull out and suck out all the anger at men, at the way they've seen you, at the way they've judged you, and any ways in which it's blocking you from seeing the kind of man that you really want and believing that they exist, and instead putting you into deeper faith and trust, right? You don't need a million guys, you just need one. Okay, that's looking quite a bit better. Let's move on. Okay, next question. Love Sunshine is saying, hi Sky, any messages from my guides? I need to know are here right now. Thank you very much. So I'm getting pulled to the angel deck. We're going to go there, see what it has to say. And before I'm even pulling a card, I'm getting like this energy of like, believe in yourself. Oh, passion. The card is Archangel Hanael. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. Archangel Hanael really gives you strength, and it creates harmony in your work relationships. She creates harmony in work relationships and in romantic relationships. And this is an energy of being the light and knowing that it's going to work. I don't know. I don't know where I'd be in my career if I'd been more consistent as an angel reader when I was younger, right? But this deep belief that I wouldn't make it or that it was a waste of time that was kind of programmed into me really blocked that. And that's what I'm feeling coming up for you as I'm scanning you, is this, is this energy of, am I really making a difference? Is this really helping anybody? This kind of toxic doubt energy coming in. So we're just going to bring in Archangel Michael to vacuum it out, because you are really making a difference. You are really helping people. And that's exactly why the doubt is coming in, because the darkness tries to creep in the places where we are making a difference, because it makes the darkness tremble, right? You are helping people get out of bed in the morning. You are helping people become stronger. You're repairing their romantic lives, and you're getting them out of toxic relationships, and you're giving them strength to follow their divine life purpose. This stuff makes a huge difference. There we go. And it's not arrogance to know that you matter. It's humility. You are who God says you are. You are a light of the world. There we go. I can feel that starting to move really beautifully. So just be consistent. Get out of your head as much as possible. If you get nervous, focus on service. Okay. Here we go. Ali K. Okay. Ali K is saying, hi, Skylar. Glad to be joining today's live. I was wondering if you can give me a reading about my career. I'm currently hoping to relocate for work to be with my partner, but no opportunities yet. Okay, I'm going to pull a card for you. Let's see what comes up. Okay, so before I even pull a card, I'm getting Archangel Shamuel coming in here and going deeper commitment. So they're showing me that you're waiting for a deeper commitment from him. I'm not sure if it's an engagement ring. I'm not sure if it's like a change in behavior or a sign that he wants more than just a serious relationship before you go there. Some sort of romantic act. The card that came up for you is comfort. I am with you in your time of need, helping you to heal. And the other card is clear your space, get rid of clutter, clear energy around you, and use feng shui. So this is very, very true for wanting to move house. If you really are looking for the shift, I would like literally start clearing the flat, start telling people you're moving. Louise Hay has the best story about her needing to move and not wanting to sell her furniture and wanting to do it with ease, and she's always had an amazing relationship with her landlords, and how she was doing her affirmations and blessing the place and clearing the place, and she literally managed to sell all her furniture and move to a new place with money in her pocket, with the perfect place to move, without any drama, just because she kept affirming that, but because she cleared the space and she kept affirming that this move was easy and that it was happening with transition. But there's something here, right? And this is where the comfort is coming in around wanting a higher level of commitment and working on the worthiness to know that you deserve it. Right? I remember when I first met my husband, and every time that he would touch me, every time that we would make love, every time that we would be together, I could see the wedding. I could see us having children. I could see our divine life purpose. And I didn't say any of this out loud, but that was my desire. And the more that I desired it, the more the masculine wants to meet the feminine desire on an unconscious level, right? So you don't want to get into this power struggle of, I want to make him commit deeper. You want to get into this energy of increasing your desire, like burning it like a fire, because what men want to do is make us happy, is make us fulfilled. So it's not this energy of, I want to control. It's this energy of, this would be the greatest happiness. This would be my greatest desire. And then they go, oh, I really want to make her happy. If this is what would make her happy, then of course, right? As opposed to it's something they owe you, because that gets into this energetic power struggle that you just don't want. You want to increase the desire. That would make me so happy. That is my desire. You don't even have to say out loud, just increase the joy. Hope that helps. Okay. Starting to get there now, guys. Super proud. Okay. Coach Amel is saying, okay. Coach Amel saying, hi, Skylar. Thank you for your guidance. I want to have guidance about my finances, lower back pain. I think there is a relation between the two, root chakra. Yeah, you're completely correct. There is a relationship between the two. And as I'm scanning you, what I'm seeing is that there's a dual belief going on. So on the one hand, you love doing things by yourself and you are super independent. On the other hand, um, there's childhood trauma here around not having your dreams supported, not having been validated in your specific gifts, only having been validated when you were achieving in the way that your caregivers wanted you to achieve. And this real sadness and this is unvoiced grief at having to do things alone, and that's what's coming up in your own work, because as an adult we can choose when to do things alone and we can choose when to do things in collaboration, but as a child, especially if we don't have the support of our caregivers, we often are forced into doing things alone, and then if we succeed we're often not recognizing that success because they don't want to encourage it or nurture it, particularly if they think that thing will never bring us an income or it will never help us. And the two are in conflict. So I'm going to bring in Archangel Ariel to do a healing on your inner child. Nice deep breaths for me. And we're going to open up your heart chakra because the heart chakra is pretty closed because of all this grief and not feeling safe and not feeling supported. And your guardian angels are coming and saying you're really deeply worthy of support. Should we just call on Archangel Michael, just vacuum out all of this disappointment, all the people that have disappointed you or let you down? And increase your worthiness, because until you increase your standards for the people you allow into your life, you're going to attract people that disappoint you, right? Boundaries, like Brené Brown makes it really clear that trauma makes you armor up, right? Close your heart and armor up, and that healing makes you open your heart and boundary up. So when it comes to people disappointing you, letting you down, tearing you down, you need to increase your boundaries for the people, the quality of people that you allow in your life. There we go. Okay. We're helping lots of people. See me overcoming my fear of technology so it can help more people. Means you guys can do it too. Preetzi saying, hi, Sky. Much love. Hi, gorgeous. Much love to you too. Okay. Gabriella saying, dear Sky, may I please have a scan about my health? I seem to be very tired these days with no reason. Any advice would help. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so first things first, darling, it's not for no reason. The angels are really showing me that you are exhausted because you are surrounded by people who are draining your energy, and that you are choosing a job that really, oopsie, jumping cards, you're choosing a job that doesn't nurture you. There's this really deep belief that you have to, do these things. There's no belief in your capacity to take care of yourself unless you are doing something that you don't want to do. And that can often come from like being forced to go to school, being forced to study topics that you don't want, that aren't good for you. The card that's come in for you is life review. Okay, life review. And it's Archangel Jeremiah, which is one of the angels that's the most powerful angel of forgiveness, saying, take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that's unbalanced. Nobody lives forever, right? And you spend the majority of your life working and sleeping and in relationships. So much of your happiness comes from the job that you do, which is one of the reasons why I tell people to really follow their divine life purpose. There's no greater regret, I think, than living your life doing something that you think is meaningless or that doesn't bring you joy, right? But the body is only ever, and I say this as a master medical intuitive, I say this as somebody that like helps people reverse and reverse diseases over a long period of time very quickly, is that the body is only ever the effect. The body is never, ever, ever the cause, and it never, ever, ever does anything for no reason. So the fact that you're saying to me that your body feels tired for no reason, that tells me that you are out of touch with your feelings, that you're not validating your human experience, that you're not able to be there for yourself. And that's a very normal pattern if you grew up with people that weren't able to be there for you, right? This is a skill that you learn, and you can learn it. And in the beginning, I suggest you learn it by journaling on a regular basis, by doing consistent work with a therapist. But you need to get into the habit of being present for yourself emotionally. Otherwise, you're going to attract other people who can't be there for you emotionally, right? You can't be ignoring your own feelings and think that they're happening for no reason or they're just an inconvenience, and not pull people into your life that then have the same belief and mirror that back to you. Okay, so we're going to call in Archangel Gabriel to help open up the communication, and Archangel Ariel to help you go deeper with your feelings, because that's the angel that works with the water energies and the water signs to really get to the depths of what's really going on and playing it deep instead of playing it shallow. Just going to keep singing every single time that it takes too much time or tech is too hard. I'm going to be like, it's going to help so many people. It's going to help so many people. That's what we're going to do. We're just not going to let that little voice, it's like, we shouldn't be doing this, get in the way. We're just going to say it's going to help lots of people. Okay, journey to divine love. Hi, Sky. Blessings to you. I find myself in a rut that's been hard for me to get out of for some time. I'm usually very optimistic, free spirited, and heart centered. May I please have some guidance? Yeah, of course. Let's have a look at what is coming up for you. Oh, I'm actually getting guided to switch decks. I'm going to switch to the little blue deck. Let's see what comes up. Oh, we ask you to choose happiness today. So this is a theme. This is the second or third person today that I've seen that is not understanding the power of the inner circle, right? If you are the happiest person in the room all the time, then you need to shift your circle. You need to be around other people that give you energy. You cannot just be around people who are unhappy. You have to choose happiness, and those people will actually resent you choosing happiness if they're workaholics, if they are constant complainers. When I worked with my other mentor, she used to call them dream stealers, and they used to like dig the graves of dreams. And people that have given up on their dreams are not happy about you pursuing yours, and they're not happy about you being happy, right? So we're just going to take a moment. We're going to get Archangel Michael to come in and do like a cord cutting. There we go. Okay, that's looking a lot clearer as well. And I'm just going to bring in so much of creator energy into your physical body. I'm just going to pull it down because you're trying to repair this power struggle with your own energy, and you're exhausted, you're depleted. So we need the higher power. We need like God energy, Jesus energy, ascended master energy. We need to pull that golden light in because you are tapped out, you're exhausted. We're just going to cut the cords as well, repair your auric field, get out in nature. That's such a strong message from your guides. There's get out in nature, get out in nature. And they're showing me music as well, like music and dancing in nature outside, whether it's a park or, but you need to get out and you need to cocoon yourself in something that gives you joy. Okay, it's okay to take a time out. It's okay to take space to repair. Okay. Okay. So Terry T is saying, "Hi Sky, will I be doing good at my new position after my promotion in August?" So I'm immediately feeling the career angels coming in and saying, like, there's this energy of like laughter and joy, and they're really saying, you deserve this, you deserve this. And then I'm getting your guides going, you are correct to start studying. You're correct to start taking like online classes in leadership, in management skills, in organization skills, in project management. Like this up level is going to require new skills, and you are correct to be thinking, I need to like up level my skill set. So this is like divine guidance that you're receiving. Oh, popping card. So we've got Archangel Shamuel coming in and saying, I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship, which means that you need to clear up stuff going on in your romantic life because it's affecting your job or your promotion. I want to pull another card because I can't pick up whether or not you need to keep this to yourself, whether or not this is triggering your partner, or whether or not you not having a partner is blocking. Sometimes old heartbreaks or arguments and stuff can block abundance. Okay, so we've got Archangel Azrael coming through with a hello from heaven. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their loving blessing. So this is actually from an ancestor that's passed away, telling you to be careful with your intimate relationship. I think that the person who's close to you may be getting triggered, and even though they're putting on a face of pretending that they're happy, they're really struggling with the fact that you're doing well and they're not in some way, shape, or form. So we're just going to call in divine protection. And it could be a friendship, it could be an intimate relationship, but we're just going to cut the cords. And we're going to ask the angels to guard our words and guard our thoughts so that we only share our successes with the people who bless it and who are happy for us. Okay, that's looking a lot better. Going to help so many people. Okay. Jennifer Morgan is saying, hello, beautiful. I'm being sucked by extreme sadness, and I'm wondering if this is physical or emotional. My typical supplements do not seem to be helping. Okay, so I'm really being shown this is part of the collective consciousness at the moment. A lot of people have been expressing, because there's been so much clearing going on with the Taurus new moon, with the eclipses, and we're being asked to be really present with how we really feel. I love how Marissa Peer says it. Marissa Peer says that feelings need to be felt. And the more that we feel them, the faster they move and the faster they give us their message. But this is a real feeling of like feeling unmet, feeling unseen I think in an intimate relationship from what I'm being shown. So I'm going to, and it's around sexuality. I'm going to pull the card. So there's three archetypes that kind of come up in intimate relationships. The mother archetype, which is like when we're nurturing and we're cooking and cleaning and taking care of children and our partner. I like the sexual or sensual archetype, where we are there's a very good relationship coach that calls it the sex kitten archetype, which I like that energy of. It's a lot more playful. And then there's the archetype of goddess, which is like the spiritual, manifesting, energy clearing, blessing, anointing, spiritual protection, deep integrity aspect of ourselves that keeps the relationship in balance. And card that jumped out, claircognizance. Pay attention to the thoughts and ideas that have come to you. They are your answered prayers. Clairvoyance. I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so that you can see heavenly love. And all is well, Archangel Jeremiah. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to, with the hidden blessings that you will soon understand. So what's coming up when I'm pulling these cards is that your claircognizance and your clairvoyance are being blocked by, there's a disconnect from the sensual energy, kind of like that sex kitten archetype. And that's blocking you from feeling met and also from feeling served, right? And it's not like strip dancing or pole dancing or anything like that. It's just an energy. Like if you've ever seen films like about Girl Next Door, she's not on a stripper pole, but there's this sensuality about her that makes people makes men in particular want to serve, help carry the bags, help solve problems. And this is just unspoken archetypal energies. So we're just going to call on angels to activate the sensual energy so that you can feel more seen and met, and to help you release the grief of having it been blocked for such a long time. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. 3 minutes. Gonna help lots of people. Okay, Sarah Massey Singh. Hi, Sky. Yesterday I asked about my throat and crown chakra. I indeed drink coffee daily, so started today I stopped drinking it. Any other guidance from angels to help with this? So if you're stopping drinking coffee, let's start off with, we bring in Archangel Raphael, right? And we ask him to I want you to imagine coffee in front of you, and I want you to imagine him pouring golden light on the cords in between you and the coffee. And then literally pouring light straight into your endocrine system and into your solar plexus to heal the exhaustion that was being covered up by the coffee, the burnout that was being covered up by the coffee, the resentment that was being covered up by the coffee, right? Because we lean on substances when we are not strong enough to be able to lean on God or lean on our angels. And then you want to supplement. You want to supplement with magnesium. You want to supplement with B vitamins. You want to supplement with rhodelia, because rhodelia is such a powerful adaptogenic herb for balancing the ups and downs, particularly for getting you back in exhaustion. You want to be taking a really good B vitamin complex because that's going to give you a lot of energy. You want to be taking things like nascent iodine because that's going to help you not just have more energy, but remove toxic substances from your body that may have been put there by the coffee. Coffee, especially not non-organic coffee, has some very toxic substances inside it, often heavy metals and things like that as well. So you want to be allowing all of that to come out. And we're going to ask Archangel Michael to come in and unplug you from hustle energy and hustle culture and plug you into this, multi-millions manifesting energy and this magnetic culture. Right? There's a reason why I don't have to run after clients. I don't have to hustle. My biggest energy around hustle is creativity. It's the structure to support sustained creativity. I don't have to chase because I genuinely attract. And these angel readings are part of how I attract. The energy is part of how I attract. The results are part of how I attract. And the visibility is part of how I attract. But you shouldn't be like trying to make anybody work with you or forcing anything like that to happen, right? And this attractiveness pulls in a lot of amazing, wonderful things that then you can multiply because you're a woman, right? And women are the energy of multiplication. We can expand things, we can grow things, and then we can give from a place of overflow, right? And both energetically and physically. Oh, so that feels so good. Okay. Okay, it's all connected is asking, hi Sky, could you please scan my chakras and provide healing? Thank you. Okay, let me have a look. So your top chakras seem fine. It's from your solar plexus down that there's a lot of repressed emotions, and there's a real like good girl or good boy trauma here. There's like an energy of I am not a good person if I feel my feelings, and it's causing the lower chakras to get all blocked up. So I'm going to call on Archangel Michael just to hoover the base chakra of all fears around finances, scarcity, support, family, sexuality. And call Archangel Michael to then vacuum the sacral chakra around all fears of being reconnected with and healing and integrated with your inner child, with the inner mother and father archetypes, with the collective consciousness, with knowing how to navigate that in a healthy way. Any addictions from here, we're just going to ask Archangel Michael to sever the cords of them too. And then solar plexus chakra, any fear of your divine power and of your true power, which is the power of oneness with God and all of creation. Anywhere where you're giving away power or stealing power, let's release that now and reconnect your solar plexus chakra with the divine. Let's pull out the lie that your feelings are bad or that you're not a good person if you feel your feelings, and replace it with the truth God made feelings and that they are for feeling, and that when you do not feel your feelings, that is when you act them out on other people. Okay, feeling feelings is important. It is what journaling is for. It is what therapy is for. It is what friend conversations is for. And once you feel the feeling, it will alchemize and transform you, and you'll be able to communicate your needs from a healthy place. Notice I'm saying communicate your feelings, not dump your feelings. This is not like permission to call people and scream at them or just verbally like vomit all of your shame and all your anger on them. This is a call to be present with your feelings and allow them to give you access to your deeper needs, whether or not you need to set better boundaries with yourself, or whether or not you need to acknowledge that something that was working for you before is no longer working for you now. Right? And to be present with life as it's evolving. Life is an evolving force, and it's supposed to be an evolving force. Okay, I'm getting called to pull an Archangel Jophiel as well, just to do a quick Feng Shui energy clearing. So we're going to do that too. I'm going to save this, and then off we go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, next question is Prizetti saying, may I have a reading about my future regarding my business? Okay, let's see what the angels have to say. Remember, right, that it's a take it or leave it. So all future readings are completely within your control, and that if it doesn't resonate with you, just leave it. If it does resonate with you, take it. Okay, so the cards that came up for you are gentleness. So when this card comes up, it's because there's like you're trying to force, and force is the absence of power. It's a belief that it's not going to happen. So it's this energy of breathing and letting go. Focus on the creativity, focus on the attractiveness, but let go of trying to make things happen. Trust that God is a supernatural force and that it is working behind the scenes to make things happen. You don't have to make anything happen. You just have to keep being yourself and really being gentle with yourself at this time, surrounding yourself with gentle people, situations, and environment. As I'm scanning this, I'm getting a real burnout energy and this real energy from your guardian, just like retreat, retreat, retreat. There's a real theme around listening to music today, particularly positive music. So I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to vacuum out any negative music that you guys have been listening to, where the lyrics have been talking specifically about broken hearts or broken dreams, or and programming you to be sad. So just say yes if you'd like that. The next card that came up for you was passion. Archangel Hanael saying, trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career, which is the angel saying, don't let your burnout cover up how much you love what you do and how good you are at what you do. Rest to keep going, not to give up. Rest to keep going, not to give up. And this, I'm also getting strongly guided to say that it's time for you to start getting some support. You know, you're not a solopreneur. You get to have a team. You get to have a VA. You get to have, you know, a marketing person. You get to have support. And sometimes that's very much required as an investment for you to be able to get to the next level. And the final card is spread your wings. Archangel Ariel saying, do not hold back right now. The timing is perfect. You are ready to soar. So it's this energy of enjoying the flying process, but I'm also getting, like, as I'm tuning into you in particular, some grief around not having people celebrate this with you the way that you thought that they would. And that's quite personal for me because so many times my successes weren't celebrated at all, and I had to celebrate them on my own, and find ways of giving thanks to God on my own. So just remember that even if other people don't celebrate your success is God celebrating you and God rewarding you, and you don't need other people for that, right? And that you will be joined by angels. What do I mean by that? I mean that if you have people in your life who are not able to celebrate you, they're not really your friends, right? They are not really your family. People who love you want good things for you. So if people reveal that they're not able to celebrate your successes with you and they're not willing to nurture you on your dream path or on your divine life purpose, that's when, oh, my alarm. That's when they're like, this is like a giant, not just red flag, but it's a giant warning sign that the relationship is not as healthy as you think it is, right? Your friends should be celebrating things with you. They should be happy when good things happen for you and to you. And when they're not willing to celebrate with you, that's a really strong sign, that yeah, it's a really strong sign that that relationship has changed and there's no longer love flowing between you two. And I think that's one of the hardest things to accept, guys. I think sometimes friendships breaking up are actually harder than intimate relationships because we have different beliefs, right? We have beliefs that friendships are supposed to last forever. Um, and this is often the case if you don't change. But if you grow rapidly, like I do, like many of you do, if and the other person isn't growing, it's not about judging them not growing. It's just that they start judging you and they start often being like, oh, you're not the same person and you're so different. And this is just not the person I know. And you're like, yeah, we're not supposed to stay the same forever, right? Um, and I make very different decisions now than I made when I was younger. I had no self-worth when I was younger. You could have taken me for everything I had when I was younger. I would have given you the skin off my back, just to prove that I was a good person or a good girl. I'm completely different now. I really am. I understand my worth. I have a child to protect. Um, I know how important my divine mission is in the world. So it's who I let in and how I serve is different. Who I am is different. And I'm proud of those differences, right? So I encourage you guys to be proud of how you change and be proud of your differences too. Okay. I'm being guided to have a look down the whole thing. I'm not sure who needs help here, but that's quite urgent. Okay, Bruna's saying, hi Skylar, if you have time, can you see how is best and fastest way for me to make money? I don't have much experience with it and we don't have good support here in my country. Okay, so I'm getting the tech angels coming in, and the best and fastest way for you to make money is online. There's so many easy ways to make money. You can literally make money by signing into Amazon and Netflix and reviewing their products. Okay, you can make money by selling other people's products and programs. You can make money by doing angel readings or by doing healings, but the tech angels are coming in and saying there's a real fear of technology here that's blocking you from getting online. So I'm going to ask for an instant healing around tech. And we're going to release this crap about your country because this is the best thing about the internet. It doesn't matter where you are now. You have access to the whole world. Okay? But I'm going to put a caveat on that unless you're like in a war country or you have no connection. But as long as you have access to the internet, gosh, it's unlimited how quickly and how easily you can generate an income. Look, the card that came for you is victory. Your prayers are being heard and answered. Have faith. The biggest belief to get out of around money, right? And there's a grieving process around this because when you realize that the belief that making money is hard, that's been handed down from our ancestors, that was true for them, but is in many situations no longer true for us, has often taken years, decades, hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions off the table for you just because of this lie that you've been believing. There's a real grieving process going on. I let so many people abuse me because of poverty. I let so many people use me because of poverty. I took so much pain and suffering and humiliation that I got physically ill because of poverty. So a lot of people are doing that. I mean, a lot of people are doing that, and they really believe they have no alternative. And it's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. So we're going to pull in Archangel Michael to give you the courage to grieve how much time has been lost, and to give you the courage to believe that abundance is available to you now, not some point in the future, but right now. Okay. Okay. Quick look. Kate Hodges saying, holding space and sending love to you. Thank you for all that you do, Sky. You're welcome. You're so welcome. Sorry I haven't got back to you in your DM. It's been intense over here. I will send you a voice note. Yeah, I love you very, very much. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to all the people like you who let me be who I am and let me grow. Um, yeah, the healing on our truth is a journey. So Bruna's saying, thank you for the healing on my truth. It's a journey. So this is a really important one, which is kind of why the angels are pulling me in on this. I'm going to stop recording now because I think my phone's going to have a conniption. It's not used to me using it this much. I just let it rest. Download it with lots of nice rest energy. So, okay. Most of the time, when we're being abused, people use the truth as an excuse to abuse people. Sorry to break it to you guys, but people often cover their abuse in pink paint. And the pink paint is often their altruism. I'm only spanking. You know how they used to say, what's it called? Beat the child. Oh, that's it. Spare the rod, spoil the child. This is an ancient evil that um masquerades its darkness with altruism. I'm only doing this for your own good whilst they're beating a child or an adult. I'm only screaming at you because you won't listen to me. I'm only abusing you to get you to see that you're wrong. Um, and it's one of the ultimate ways that evil justifies itself is the bad behavior of other people, right? So when you're dealing with discovering your own truth is that you are strong and you are powerful, but also that you are kind. And you will face people really trying to pull you out of center with their own unkindness, with baiting, with tempting, with nasty words, or particularly if you're in any kind of argument. And you will develop the discipline of breathing in the space, very much like a Jedi master in Star Wars, and of repeating the truth in a kind and in a gentle way, but no longer getting pulled into the rage, no longer getting pulled into the power struggle because your power is not on the table, you're no longer available for the addiction to the violence, whether that's emotional violence or physical violence or spiritual violence. And that's a big deal, right? That's a really big deal. Okay, Full Life Academy saying, hi, Skylar Acamesis. I have hurt my right hand severely twice within the last week. Can the angels show me what this is about? Lots of love, Charlotte Troll. Okay, so there's huge stuff coming up for you around imposter syndrome. So I'm going to pull a card here. Peace. So peace comes from remembering that only love is real. You can see all the gold in this card and the dove. So I'm going to call on the energy of the Holy Spirit. I'm going to call on the energy of the dove for you. to bring peace into this part of you that feels like you don't have a gift, that you don't shine bright enough, that you can't create something beautiful enough. And we're going to ask for an instant healing on all the places where you were punished as a child for doing your own thing, for coloring outside the lines, for telling them what you really thought about the book instead of regurgitating what they want to hear in an exam. All the places where you weren't allowed to create and where your creation may have been humiliated, whether that was an art class or music or any area of your life where you were humiliated for creating. Ooh. Okay, and there's so much heartbreak as well, so we're just going to vacuum your heart. Now, I want to say this out loud because I think it's so important for some of you to hear. Success has a price. I'm going to say it again. Success has a price. So many of you are thinking you're doing success wrong because it has a price, right? But success does have a price. And it's not a negative thing. It causes you to change not just who you are, but how you arrange things, what you prioritize. Success does have a price, right? But so does failure. The illusion, and pay close attention to what I'm about to say because this is gold. The illusion is that there is a path with no price. Okay? If you, I've gone into this a few times, but if you think success is expensive, wait until you get the bill from regret or sickness or what's it called? Apathy or abuse. Trust me when I say that success is a price, because it means you do leave the toxic and abusive relationships. It means that you do um, have to learn new skills like financial skills and project management skills and organizational skills. And it means that you are more visible, right? So you have more feedback coming through. So you have to raise the level of your communication. You have to develop stamina, like real energetic, emotional, and spiritual musculature. And all of these things require time and dedication, right? Success also requires time. And I think that's the highest price. And the bit that hurts the most for me is when I have to be away from my son or be away from my partner. But abusive relationships cost time. Abusive relationships cost money. Abusive relationships require you to strengthen your emotional and spiritual muscles. Toxic situations take away from your children and from your partner. The price is high, right, for both. But if you go down your divine life path, the reward is great, because not only will you multiply how many people you help and you serve, but your joy is going to increase exponentially. Okay, your joy is going to increase exponentially. Whew. Okay, that was a deep healing, Charlotte. I'm gonna. Okay, Matt is saying, Dear Sky, can you please help my niece? She's almost 3. She's just had surgery in her mouth. She lost a few teeth and her gums are hurt. I have my sister Ava's permission. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going to send in Archangel Raphael. Everyone listening, can you please send healing up to the ball of light above my head for his little niece? And we're going to let it go through God's light so she's getting a consistent source of healing. Doing an instant healing for her mouth and her throat. So you know this, Mattis. This is about a child without a voice. So your job is to communicate with your niece communicate with your niece's mother where she's becoming voiceless, right? Where she feels like the communication is almost violent. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna do one more Okay, here saying, hi, Skylar, can you please do a scan? I'm having pain in my stomach. Thank you. Gosh, so immediately I'm seeing some sort of an argument and I'm hearing the word stress, 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 stress. I'm almost seeing like a stomach ulcer type scenario just from stress. They're showing me that you're not eating properly, darling. So we need you to start eating, and we need you to start eating foods that are going to provide you with the digestive enzymes that you need. Things like, raw fruit and vegetables, things like, healthy soups, things that are nurturing and nourishing you. That's really, really, really important. Okay, I have a question for you guys. Who is interested? Just type an emoji in potentially doing an angel reading training. I'm just thinking about it. It's out of my comfort zone. I haven't done one in more than 7 years. But let me know, because your angels are like talking to me. So if you're interested, just pop an emoji and I'll come up with something or channel something. But just let me know if that brings joy. Okay. VD saying, hello, Skylar. I'd like some. Tony saying, yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay. So your angels are telling me what you guys want. Okay. Okay. Well, okay. Okay. So I'm going to ask as well, is this like like you want to do it as a group, or would you like to do it as a self-study type thing, just so I know as well? Bruna, yeah. Okay. It's you guys want to be able to speak deeper with your angels. So, okay. Okay. I can create something beautiful. So I'd like some career guidance. I'm pursuing fashion design and almost at the end of my course. Thank you. Visibility, 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 visibility. Okay. That's what I'm seeing, is that you're kind of like waiting till you've graduated to start selling. And I cannot, like, I'm almost in shock that you're doing that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please start your social media channels now. Start talking about what you've been studying. Start talking about what you're creating. Like, seriously, visibility, visibility, visibility. Fashion is all about all eyes on me. So there's this real energy of like celebrating your work and really not being afraid of the visibility. And Lakshmi came through for you. So we've got stop worrying, everything is going to be fine, and bright future over here. So this is the goddess of abundance. And it's an energy of not being afraid of harnessing that gift, of brandishing that gift. Group, 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 group. Okay, we're going to do a group. Okay, I'm going to come up with something. Okay. Guys, there's nothing, no fraudsters on here today, but please, no, I'm not gonna send you anything, right? So just don't let anybody use this for nefarious purposes, please. Okay, I'm gonna do one more quick one and then off we go. Oh, and just when I'm thinking there's one, inbox me for your accurate reading. Don't respond to any of that stuff. Just don't do it. Don't inbox anybody. Okay. A Journey of Love is saying, you pulled the same card for me last week, choose happiness. It makes me realize that feeling that I'm in a rut is a choice that I'm making. I'll heed the advice. What you are confusing, the feeling that you're in a rut is shame and guilt. And it's shame and guilt about moving forward when other people in your life are making the choice. Now, there are some people in my life, I kid you not, that I waited for more than a decade because of how much love I had for them. And they still chose not to grow. And your path, your divine life purpose, it seems so ridiculous. Afterwards, it seems so ridiculous. And I'll give you an example. I'll give you the example that God gave me. Can you imagine being put in the ground and being laid to rest on your deathbed, and God asking you why you didn't fulfill your divine life purpose, why you didn't help those sick children, why you didn't help the people that you said you'd come here to help, and you going, because my boyfriend didn't like me, or because my best friend didn't want me to be into spirituality or wasn't going to come with me on my divine life purpose, or because I didn't want to go by myself. right? Um, it's important to think back to the biggest masters, whether it's Mother Mary having to go on a donkey whilst pregnant with a baby to Jerusalem to give birth to baby Jesus, right? There are these moments like where Jesus had to go into the desert for 40 days and Moses had to go into the desert and where Daniel was put into slavery. There are these profound moments of having to go alone because God is calling you back to him, right? Calling you back to make him the priority in your life, not these people that you think are the source of love or acceptance or validation, but calling you back to God. And there is nothing more important than that. But often choosing God means letting go of the drama and letting go of the pain and letting go of the suffering and um, focusing on the truth. And sometimes, especially if people have got their hooks in, that can feel so. Someone is saying also a training for downloads of all the feminine archetypes, Mother Mary, Lakshmi, Kuan Yin. I think what I do is like we could do like an advanced higher self inside the angel reading so that we could kind of include that where you're learning how to get the codes from the higher self or from the archetypes and work directly with the soul and the superconscious. Yeah. Georgia Divine was saying, I accept this. It's hard. It's easier said than done, but I can only say this. It's taken me over 300 lifetimes to learn, and it's worth it. It is deeply, deeply worth it. It is deeply, deeply worth it because for every person that will not come with you, 1,000 people will. For every person that will not light up, 1,000,000 will turn on their lights. And there is so much darkness in this world that it needs our light. There's no way, right? We can't sacrifice ourselves on the altar of one person's suffering. I remember my therapist saying to me years ago, your suffering is not as unique as you think it is, right? And teaching me how to tap into my shared humanity instead of my excuses for why I was staying in my suffering. And it was hard, but the truth cracks you open on a level that's beyond our beyond anything that we could ask for. Janice saying, I'm so excited for learning the angel communication. Okay, fine, I'm doing it. You know, it's funny when old manifestations crop up because this was my dream when I was in my 20s, before I even discovered Theta, was to create an angel healing course or training. And yeah, I never did. So we're going to do it together. We're going to do it together and it's going to make me happy and it's going to make you guys happy. Tanya's saying, man, I'm so emotional today. It's dreams coming true. Today's dreams coming true day. Okay, let's do our closing prayer. Oh, great spirit, Father Sky, Mother Earth, the winds, the waters, my father, my mother, Atanaha, all that is. We thank you for our lives and we thank you for these good, good people. We thank you for all that we are and all that we are to become. We dedicate our time spent together and our relationships with one another to you. We ask that our suffering be ended and our pain be lifted to the love and to the peace that lay beyond. Aho, Amen, Namaste.